Hello, guys. We're back again. Another week has gone by. Last week, we talked about She-Hulk. This week, unfortunately, we haven't talked about it. We're not going to talk about it because, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we this is a pre-recorded episode.
Yeah, we got busy lives, so we're gonna talk about other things. I don't really know what yet because this is all unscripted. All of it is unscripted, as you can see. I just stuttered there, which absolutely makes sense. But let's cue the intro. Hello, guys. It's Two Latin Brothers Podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
We're back at it again with another vlog.
Slightly blind.
And my brother's going blind because, dust in the air and
No, just I think something fell in my eye, if I'm being honest. But
like he's got like an eyelash in there. What a way to start an episode, bro.
I know the audio listeners can't see me rub my eye. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Okay, so how was your week, bro?
My week has been pretty much like your week, to be honest. I haven't been doing too much. I mean, just going to stores here and there because our cousin's still here.
Right. Yeah. Actually, she leaves this weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend she leaves. So
we're gonna. You guys believe it's already?
We're gonna go on another. We're gonna go on another trip.
Yeah, we're gonna go on another trip.
We just keep going places. This entire month has been go.
Oh yeah. Go.
I mean, if the vlog has anything to say about it.
Yeah.
So we but we've been having fun. I think one of the big things has been like the culture shock, like the genuine culture shock has been one of the things I've noticed for her. But the other thing too is I think for us too, right? Whenever like they point out a difference, right?
Yeah.
They go, well, we don't have that, or we don't do that, or that's strange, or it's a little bit odd,
It's like
but they're like little tiny things, right? Also, because mind you, as Latin Americans, right? Like certain Canadian ideologies don't go here.
So here's the thing: like she's gone to like grocery stores before and stuff like that,
right? Yeah,
obviously, but everything's pretty much packaged. It's like measured out for you and everything.
Yeah.
So we took her to a store called Farm Boy. Well, I took her to a store called Farm Boy.
Yeah.
And I noticed this today. We were looking at some green beans.
Right.
And like there's packaged green beans. There's like yellow green beans. There's like a variety of different types of green beans.
Right.
Yellow beans.
Yeah.
But she's just like, so how does this work? They're like, I'm like, you just grab it with your hands, put her in a bag. They weight it there and then you pay for it.
Yeah.
She's like, but then how do I know how much I need to spend? And I'm like, there's a scale there if you want to be exact, but it's never gonna be truly exact.
Yeah.
And she just kind of looked at me like, so I just grab a handful. I'm like, yeah, just grab a handful and put it in the bag. And she's like, she just kind of looked at me all confused. She was like, okay, grabs it, puts it in the bag. I'm like, grab another handful. She's like, okay. I'm like, that's gonna be like what, $4? And she's like, I don't know. We end up grabbing a few other stuff. We go to pay for it. It's like $4.
Yeah, it's because like you learn to eyeball things because you do it right.
Yeah,
like it's the same thing with like certain things. Like you go to you pick out a watermelon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You knock on it. Just like gotta have it, like
yeah,
right. Like and
to pick a good lemon. Oh, not a lemon. A good watermelon.
A good lemon.
You got. It's gotta have good weight on it. It's gotta be heavy.
Oh yeah. And the sound too, like it's a sound thing.
It's gotta sound dense.
That's not what I'm getting at. But I'm just saying how like there are these things you do just out of habit,
Mm-hmm.
It's like the seatbelt thing.
Yeah,
that's something that took her getting used to because in Latin America people don't really believe in the seatbelt.
Oh yeah, there's like a seatbelt in the car, or when you buy a used car, the seatbelt's just like ripped out for some reason.
Yeah, I was ripping out the seatbelt.
Like for example, when I was in Mexico, the first taxi I was in, no seatbelts.
Yeah,
just no seatbelts at all.
Yeah,
I just looked at my mom. I'm like, "There's a hole where the seatbelt is." She's like, "Yeah, someone probably like took it or something." I'm like,
"Somebody stole the seatbelt."
I'm like, "Who just steals a seatbelt?" I'm like, were their car missing a seatbelt? Like, did someone steal from them and then they just decided to do the same thing
to get a seatbelt back?
Yeah,
someone stole their seatbelt, so then they went and stole somebody else's seatbelt to get it back.
So the first car, first car was
okay. But anyway, getting to the point here is the fact that here in Canada, like, laws and stuff, you get ticketed.
Yeah.
Well, the driver gets ticketed for every person who's not wearing a seatbelt in the car if they pull you over, right? So meanwhile, in Canada, we're like, yo, you have to wear a seatbelt.
Yeah.
And so like the first couple of times we'd go somewhere in the car, she'd just like sit there, watch us put on seatbelts, and then we're like, so you gotta put your seatbelt? She'd be like, oh right. She grab,
Yeah.
and then she's like, why aren't we like? She'd also like look confused as to why like we're all in the car and nobody's moving.
Yeah.
Like the car isn't even on yet, and we're all putting on our seatbelts.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things, right? It's always interesting. I think that we've also had fun. Like I mean, just general like fun.
Like the beach stuff you guys have seen on the vlogs. We went to a fair.
That was
Yeah. We've been going to museums a lot, showing her those. Showing her the town. You never put those on properly. You know that?
No, it's because the okay. So for those who are wondering what's going on, it's because of the rubber thing, like the one of the rubber pieces that's supposed to like help hold this fell off, and now it just slides off all the time. So I'm just gonna stop talking so I can fix this.
Just do it hard. That's literally what I do. I just do it as hard as I can.
I like how you stopped talking. I said I was gonna stop talking, but anyway, I fixed it. That's not the problem. The problem is it's just the rubber piece fell off, so now it just slides because it's metal on metal.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also like it was on an angle.
See,
so
mine has like clawed hands.
Mine doesn't.
Yeah, so I can just.
Mine was just two rubber pieces, and the problem is the bottom rubber fell off.
Well, I don't got that issue.
Right, so I gotta replace it. Anyway, that's not the point. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about the difference.
All the stuff we've done. We've also gone to like a couple museums. So we're going to another museum later.
Yes, later today.
Literally later today. And that'll also be in this upcoming week's vlog.
Yeah.
That museum, man, that should have been like the very first vlog, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I mean,
save the best for last.
I mean, it's not gonna be last. I mean, for her, it's gonna be last, but for us,
yeah, I know.
we're just. I think the logistics of like when September comes around is gonna be a nightmare.
Okay, guys, we're gonna bring it down for you. Okay, I got class. He's gonna have work. I got like 3 hours of bus ride home, so that's like 3 hours of my day every day. The only day I don't have anything is like Thursday, so don't take that as an advantage if you know me as a friend.
So they like, yo, man, I want to go out on Thursday. Why? I know you're free.
No, I'm busy.
Now we're gonna be recording everything on Thursday. Just everything will fall into Thursday.
Yeah, probably pretty much everything will be falling into Thursday.
Yeah.
So like, we'll just like record for like a good few hours. React Mondays.
Yeah.
Just get everything out of the way, and then like the weekends, editing some stuff if we can.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Because that's what's gonna end up happening. The other thing too is I think we've done like a decent job of like trying to stay. I mean, React to Mondays is the one that falters the most.
Yeah.
Like it's the one that like we just can't get it. Like for some reason something comes up, almost always that we don't get it. Like it's always on like the Monday or the day before. Like 'cause usually we'll record like on the weekend, and something will come up on the weekend that we don't do it, and then the day of we'll try to get it done, and then something else will come up and we're like, oh man. Like so, and then like it's really funny because I'll turn and look at you and you'll be like, and I'll be like, so no React Monday, and you go, yeah, no React Monday. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like, what am I?
Like, I mean, like, are you gonna argue? Clearly, we don't have the time to do
yeah, it's like I remember this.
See, like, because the biggest.
No,
thing...
I remember this one time we were somewhere specific.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we were like downtown.
Yeah.
I turn to look at you and I go, it's like 9:30 at night. And I go, so no React Monday, and you turn and look at me, yeah, and you're like, yeah, there's no way we can get that done.
Yeah,
like we go home now, like it'll be like 3 a.m. on a Tuesday when you
honestly
upload.
there's just so much, like because we first off we need a quiet space.
Yeah.
And there's other people that live in this household.
Right.
So you can't always guarantee a quiet space.
Right.
The fact that we tell them, yo, be quiet for like at least an hour is already hard as it is. Try being silent for about an hour and don't watch a movie and don't go on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, well, like, because the thing is like, well, now that we're like hardwired in, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But like before, especially like one of the things I noticed is when you would stream.
Yes.
Like when you started streaming, the lag was real because everyone else was pulling.
Yeah.
Then we plugged you into the modem, and then that one, the router went away.
Yeah.
mind you, that also was like something that had to be done. But I think
like you lost your train of thought, didn't you? You just started slowing down.
No, I was trying to like say how like it was an expense that had to be made. I didn't want to get into the like finances of it, but like that's what I was trying to avoid. But it is interesting for sure to see the evolution of our content.
Yeah,
mind you, we haven't been doing this long, but it's already kind of refined.
Yeah,
I'd like to like we're refining more, and I'm kind of excited. Like we have some stuff coming up, like, and there's like a really big milestone coming up, and we have not thought about it at all, like at all. And I've been kind of like casually bringing it up, you know, because we gotta do something about that. And then meanwhile, you know, it's just one of those things where I don't know. I think it'll be interesting as to how we go about it.
Yeah.
But for sure we're gonna have to do something. I don't know what.
For sure.
But we have to do something, and it has to be like semi decent, you know.
Yeah. You guys have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, they have no
fine.
idea.
My brother likes to do that sometimes. Just talk about something that you guys are gonna have no idea
it's like,
what we're talking about.
And then when it does happen, you'll be like, "This was the thing.
This was it. The first time they talked about it, I knew it."
No, it's like when we before the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
We talked about how like there were so many other projects in the works. There were so many like logistical things like that were going on. We wanted to do
vlogs. We knew that.
Yeah.
We knew we wanted to be doing vlogs. We knew we wanted to do like a few other things.
Yeah. And just like
we're doing it,
like trying to organize ourselves.
Yeah.
The other thing too was when we had we were also like getting the studio set up.
Yeah.
So like for like the tail end of season 3, like we were doing like heavy reno and trying to like record in this room.
We're trying to make our studio space
while recording in an echo chamber.
Yes.
Like it was so bad. It was just so many things were going on. We're like, yeah, so we're working on this project that we can't talk about right now.
The room y'all see here, it's not like a block that just closes off. This is bigger. This is a bigger room. There's more space over there. We might utilize that one day. I don't know.
You might see it someday. We'll see. But yeah, no, it's definitely been an adventure for sure. I think we obviously we've had a lot of success.
Yes.
Varying degrees of success with what we've done. And mind you, it's all been fun, you know? Like I think it obviously the podcast still lives on Spotify.
Yes.
Cuz I'm not moving it from there. And now you can watch us on Spotify if you want. Like you have the option to like watch us.
Yes. Or you can just listen to me. My nice and beautiful masculine voice. It sounds like a man-child screaming at you.
Sure. Okay. No. You tell yourself that. But no. I mean, we have had fun, you know, and obviously, like, it's kind of funny when people look at us and walking around like this huge thing in our hand, like the camera, and like the gimbal, like it's a whole thing. But I mean, it's fun. So a lot of people. Okay, so this is something that's been brought up to me. Like lately, people have been talking about motivation and like the motivation to do things.
Especially motivation.
Because
what?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Since when?
Listen.
This is news to me.
Can I finish?
Yes, maybe.
People have been talking about because like you know people are going back to school and it's back to school season and all that. I don't. It's August 25th, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Like you're going to school in like 10 days.
Why you gotta do that to me?
So like, it's one of those things, right? So obviously, like, I'm a pretty like self-motivated person.
Yes.
So when people are like, yeah, man, I need to like listen to like a podcast, like I need to listen to like that, you know, that like what they on YouTube, you type in motivation and they play like those clips of that guy working out, and it's like some inspirational speaker, like they'll play like some Denzel or like some Will Smith or like something, and then they'll play like some like hype music in the background. You know what these clips are? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
I'm not a motivational seeker.
Anyway, but there's this thing that people do. Okay. So meanwhile, I'm like, I've heard of these things, right?
Yes.
And it's not that I don't like. I mean, sometimes like I'm just not feeling it.
I mean, I've seen things like that on like TikTok, where it's just like be you, be the best you can.
Okay,
be.
well, anyway, anyway,
go out
this all started on YouTube.
You know, like
this all started on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So, but what I'm trying to get at is I've noticed that,
yes,
a lot of people have it's just I'm trying to word myself properly. A lot of people have started looking for motivation because school's starting and all. And I found that. And I found that it's just
that's a whole TikTok right there.
And I found that people have needed this motivation, right? And I'm like, obviously, I'm not like the greatest at speaking motivation because I have like internal motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want to do something, I'm just gonna go get it done.
Yes.
Like it's not like, oh, I need to contemplate it or whatever. I'm just gonna go get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like that like most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, sometimes you're just not vibing with it.
You're just lazy.
But it's one of those things. But mind you, I was listening to this podcast the other day.
Yeah.
And this is why I want to bring it up. Actually, two Minecrafters started a podcast where they just talk about anything. So
yeah,
kind of like our thing.
I mean, I'm not a Minecrafter.
I mean, I kind of am now.
I've been considering variety streamer for a while, so
just
maybe a Minecrafter. Who knows? What do you guys want?
Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, obviously I'm not big, but one of the things that I found interesting was the fact that one of them said like, because he's like an older gentleman now.
Yes.
He's in his 40s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I wanted to become a Minecraft YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who's sitting across from me, he's like in his early 30s, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, so what made you make the jump? Because the guy who's in his early 30s,
mm-hmm.
he started like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like in his early 20s, like the
mm-hmm.
age I was.
Like
right?
it was the proper time
to start. Yeah. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But this guy, he was in his late 30s when he started.
Yeah.
So he's like, what made you make the jump? And he's like, it wasn't what made me make the jump. It's just the fact that I came to the realization that I was wasting time on stuff I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
He's like, I was willing to gamble, like taking a risk and taking a chance on doing it. And I took that leap of faith kind of thing. And I was like, wow, that's something that stuck with me. And then literally
that's motivational all on its own.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like if you're not happy doing what you want to do, then clearly you shouldn't be doing it. Stop, find what you like and then go do it.
Yeah, no, but wait. Okay. So then he was saying how there's a lot of people who never figure that out.
Yeah.
Like they're clocking in their 9 to 5 because of their paycheck, but they're just living miserable lives and unhappy lives.
Of course. Having that, don't make your workplace, if you're not happy with it, don't make that your sole purpose. Right. You should be going to work not just to pay bill by bill. And yes, there are situations where you're paying bill to bill. And like I understand that, absolutely. But there shouldn't be any hindrance, and especially in Canada, there shouldn't be anything holding you back from also working something else that you want, like your personal project. There's always a way to make money nowadays, especially out of pretty much anything you want to do in your life. You want to become an artist? Start making NFTs, sell them.
Well, no, it's one of those things where like they were saying how, who was it? I think it was, who's that famous astrophysicist? What's his name? So he's talking about the stars and stuff, and like Neil
deGrasse Tyson.
Yes, Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was saying how, if everyone was like super smart,
yes, in
5 years, every systemic problem that Earth has, would be solved.
Yes,
like everything, and then every job would revolve around finding ways to entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
Every single job, because if every problem is solved, and we live in like that Star Trek society, we all work to better ourselves. You no longer need an income because we all live for the betterment of we all work for the betterment of everybody.
Because if you could just get rid of class, like legitimately.
I get what you're saying, and in Canada that doesn't really exist.
Class?
Yeah,
it does,
to a certain degree.
But it does exist.
I know, but like I mean, like economically it exists, but like socially not really.
I mean, in a sense, yes.
Like, because like most of like this is something we were trying to explain to our cousin.
You're I feel like you're getting at the stereotype of class.
No. I meant like how do I explain this to you? Because like I've been in environments where like there are like super like, you know, like people
of status.
Yeah, people of status and people who are like related to like royalty from other places in the world, right?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I wasn't even a college graduate yet.
Yes.
Like I was just casually hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and we're like talking and everything, like if nothing's going on, right? So there are situations where in this country, at least I felt, where the disparity isn't that big because socially we all have the same level of opportunity.
Yes. Right. See, but again, here's what I was getting at with when I mean by class. Mm-hmm. Yes, of course, like socially, we interact with people who can be of a higher class.
Right.
But that isn't to say that it motivates someone else to work harder.
Right.
Or for someone else to start feeling jealousy.
That's not what I was getting at.
No, I know that's not what you were getting at, but that's what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And what I meant by if we didn't have class, then you wouldn't be working because you want to like achieve what someone else has. Because if you just had that default, you know what I mean? Of like, we're all in the same kind of class.
Right, yeah.
Like, we'd just be working towards our happiness.
Right,
Not to like filling up our pockets because we want to be somewhere, you know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. But I think as people,
yes,
you know, it would benefit us. And mind you, but again, most of the jobs would just turn into trying to find ways to entertain ourselves. Mm-hmm. So like overnight, everyone's a YouTuber. Like essentially what happens.
Well, yeah,
like,
because honestly, the opportunity with YouTube literally gives you the opportunity to do whatever you want. Right. Because your YouTube channel can be in any niche. Honestly, the design of YouTube is probably the best built like system that has been created to make money.
Oh yeah.
Because it is a billion dollar company.
Yeah.
And their niche is just to help others create.
Yeah.
That's literally it. And pretty much every other social media is taking that along.
What is it? It's like 100 hours are uploaded to YouTube every minute?
Well,
or something.
Pretty much
1,000 or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much any social media is pretty much built, and like the end goal is to be built and designed pretty much how YouTube works.
Yeah.
Like you can make whatever content you want. Especially like we can see this with TikTok now.
Yeah.
Even though TikTok doesn't pay that much, but through sponsorships and brands you can make money.
Right.
But you can do whatever you want.
Right,
and
bro.
make money.
I'm gonna cut you off because, you know, we gotta take an intermission.
And we'll be right back.
Hey guys, sorry I'm interrupting this video. I'm here to tell you to follow both our Instagrams and the podcast Instagram. Bro, what do you think about that?
Yeah, man, I approve this message.
And we're back.
We are back.
That short intermission, that wasn't a short intermission. I got water all over my face.
Yeah, he went to go drink some water. I just sat here, saved half the episode.
Yeah, he's like doing backups, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go get some water. Yeah, it's strange. The dichotomy of what this is just.
Yep.
Anyway, but back to what you were saying, how what were we saying, how like class and all that stuff. I think, you know, and YouTube, the way YouTube works as a whole, you know, TikTok and all that stuff. TikTok has spiked dopamine levels.
Yes.
TikTok has taken instant gratification to like its peak.
Yeah.
Because with TikTok, you want to feel something in the first like 45 milliseconds.
Yeah.
Of seeing something like, and that's crazy. Like, how do you get someone's attention span that fast? And mind you, I'm not like, you know, and then I mean, there's like a lot of problems with TikTok.
Yeah.
Like a lot of problems. And the thing is like,
it just reminded me of something, but I don't want to get into it.
Yeah. There's a lot of problems with TikTok, but we need to, especially like with like just females in general on the platform.
No, yeah.
Like just females in general.
Even males.
Yeah, even some males on the platform. Like it's gotten to a point now where like the other day I was on like TikTok.
Yeah.
And there's this girl talking about like something super personal.
Yeah.
That should never never. Uh-huh. Like everyone in the comments is like, this should be banned. Like you should not be talking about this on like the platform. Yeah. And like obviously I'm not gonna tell you because it's scarring enough as it is. Yeah. But it's like one of those things where like, okay, I get it, but like, you know, like the world doesn't need to know this. And then she's like, and then she like did like a part 2 complaining about how it didn't get a lot of likes. And I'm like, there's like, it had like, I think it had like 1,000 and something likes, and then like 10,000 comments.
Yeah.
Where people were just saying how this should not be on TikTok. And I was like, well, no, duh. I'm like, the subject matter at hand is.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the subject, because I don't know what subject it was.
Yeah,
it could be triggering.
It's not that it's triggering. It's just, it's highly inappropriate.
Okay, well.
Like, it's just highly inappropriate. And you don't need to know. I mean, and also, like, the video. Yeah. Okay, so mind you, I don't know if I've said this before. Give me a sec. There's a lot of background noise.
I could say something.
No, what I was gonna say is, like, mind you, I'm obsessed with bunnies and rabbits.
Yes.
I follow a lot of these pages and I like a lot of these things.
Yes.
So my TikTok is like my brother's seen is a lot of like rabbits.
Yes.
Just rabbits eating, jumping around, and just running around. Like that's most of my TikTok feed.
Most of my TikTok is like physics stuff. Comedy.
Anyway, TikTok comedy. I mean, my TikTok is like
TikTok comedy.
My TikTok is bunnies, Minecraft videos, and comedy.
Yeah,
and sometimes
mine's like comedy,
and then there's like random stuff,
physics, entertainment.
Anyway, what I was trying to get at. Okay, look, what I was trying to get is like, so I literally I watched a Minecraft clip.
Yes.
Scroll up, bunny clip, boom, then that clip.
Yes.
And it just threw me off. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, why is this popping up? Like, this shouldn't even be pushed by the algorithm.
Yeah.
Like, this should be scorned from the algorithm. Like, it was just.
Okay.
It was one of those things, right? And I think that, obviously, like.
I mean, I feel like the way we've taken social media.
Yeah.
And the way society as a whole is moving.
Yeah.
I almost don't see it for the better, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we're getting ourselves so used to not having a focused mind.
Yeah.
Because we literally what TikTok is training humanity to do is to not have a long attention span.
Yeah.
That's literally all it's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like training us, slowly dumbifying us all to not having a longer attention span.
You know what's funny? Social media is moving that way, but older film is moving in the opposite direction.
Yeah. They're
trying to eat up more of your time.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I found this. I was talking about this with somebody the other day. I'm like, this is so interesting to me. And they're like, why? I'm like, think about this. I'm like, social media is like, how much shorter can I make the footage, right?
Yeah.
Movies, TV, they're like, how much longer can I make this? And that's crazy. Like the amount of movies that surpass 2 hours since like 2010 has like tripled, like quadrupled.
I mean, like there was a normal movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Hour and 13 minutes.
Hour 25.
Hour 25. Now, going to a movie, you're easily expecting a 2-hour film.
2.5 hour film. The other day we went to the movies. We saw Bullet Train.
Yeah.
We were 2 hours and something, and I was like, yo, man. I mean, I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of hate, but I kind of enjoyed it.
See, like, I don't understand some movies, like critics.
Yeah.
Because, like, yes, some movies, they don't take a lot to understand.
Right.
And clearly the movie wasn't made the intention with seriousness.
Obviously.
Right? So obviously you should... I think what movie critics have to get into is like the atmosphere of which they're watching a movie. Because how much did like the Bullet Train movie
I think it was like 48 on Rotten Tomatoes.
A 48. I would have easily given it a 68.
Okay. Well, you know...
Because I sat through it.
No,
anything below like 50, I'm probably not gonna sit through it and feel bored. I didn't feel bored watching the movie.
Well, yeah, of course. And I mean, and like some of the jokes obviously were like, they were like dumb comedy.
Yeah.
And some of it was a little cheesy. Like there were moments where like,
no, yeah, but that's,
you know, like the scene where he's like on the train.
Yeah.
It's like punching it. And they played that hype music. I was like, it was like a scene out of Power Rangers song, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's one of those things where there are things that like, you know, it just works for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
And mind you, like, I mean, I could care less. Like, it was super entertaining. I mean, it's a little gruesome, mind you, but it's like, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I don't understand how we've gotten ourselves into this position, you know, where like we have like on our phones, it's like 30 seconds or less.
Like, honestly, like,
and then I walk into
I'm gonna tell all of y'all to do something. Go to your phone settings. And then go to appearances or go to display or go to advanced settings. And then click on user settings, and then you can probably check the amount of hours you spent on your phone daily.
Oh yeah, okay, that's digital well-being.
Yes, but here's the thing: people got laptops.
Yeah.
People got television.
Yeah.
Right. You walk outside.
Yeah.
You can literally see like a TV through a window.
Yeah.
Right. You got billboards. There is so much content. We're like such absorbing humans now.
Yeah.
That we don't actually spend our lives living. Like right now, as soon as this ends.
Well, yeah.
As soon as this ends, right now, I'm probably gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna go on my laptop.
You know what's crazy? As soon as this ends,
yeah,
we're gonna go and record content.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Or, isn't it strange? No, I think this is strange for me. Okay, right? We talk about this when we're kind of part of the problem.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely.
But I mean, like, it's also like the kind of content you're consuming, right?
Yes.
Because we're not trying to create like, something really bad. We're trying to create like that feel good.
Yeah.
Give that vibe sort of thing.
Like
right?
Have a break, relax from your life for a bit. Come listen to us, have some fun.
Right, because like the everyday is a little
have a kick.
No, it's every day. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where we as individuals, we're trying to like I don't know. I feel like when we started, it was like I don't know, tell me a story type of thing, right?
Once upon a time,
like we used to do that when the podcast started.
Yeah,
we tell little anecdotal stories about something that had happened in the week or whatever. But I think as we've gone, as the podcast has progressed, it's more about like our opinions, our thoughts, our feelings, how we feel about.
And even then, I'm not expressing my full opinion because somebody out there is gonna be like, "I don't agree with that.
I'm offended.
I'm offended for the people who are offended." And I'd be like, "Do you hear yourself right now?" And if you right now just felt offended by that, honestly,
oh man.
Honestly, no, and this is an issue with society today. This is
I know.
People getting offended for the smallest of things, and I think this also has to do with our attention span. And here's why. Find out next time on the next week's episode.
No, we're not wrapping up yet. No.
No.
Next time on. No.
Next time on. No, we're gonna get covered.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But we. I think it's interesting.
No, honestly, because
all of these things, mind you, have come. They've been like slowly creeping up on us.
Yeah.
And like,
you know what the most serious topic is?
This is what I was gonna say. If you let me, I think it's interesting that this has been done before and it failed.
Yeah.
Vine.
Yeah.
Vine was literally like the early TikTok.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And now we have TikTok and it's like succeeding.
Yeah. I mean, Vine was succeeding.
Yeah.
Except the issue with Vine it was like a fad. It wasn't a trend. Well, it was a trend and it disappeared. There's children outside.
I don't know what's going on out there. Like, it's
no, but what I was gonna get at when I said like people who feel offended for people.
Yeah.
The term snowflakes.
Yeah.
We use it jokingly in society.
Yeah.
But it's like if you like stop for a second and actually think about what the term means, and the fact that someone had to invent the term.
Yeah.
Says a lot about how society's moving. We get offended for the smallest of things.
Why are you including me?
Huh?
Why are you including me? You said we.
Oh, we.
I'm not a we.
Well, society.
I'm not part of
society.
I'm excluding.
You like to disassociate yourself.
I'm disassociating.
Unfortunately, we all kind of are.
No, but I mean, like in the sense of like in that aspect, I don't really qualify.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not saying everybody does,
obviously,
but I'm saying the way society's been moving is we're letting ourselves open up so much to the point where now it's okay to like. I don't want to say something that's going to sound super controversial, so I'm just going to say it briefly. We've opened ourselves up to the point where we can express our feelings, and that's okay. But we express ourselves now to the point where we almost lead ourselves into open depression.
That's a good explanation for it.
Yeah.
That's a really good explanation for it. But
I don't want to go any further.
No. Okay, look. So let me just hit on this real quick.
Yes.
As I happen to be qualified for this level of expertise.
I
was gonna say one of the things I think it's just people people have learned to hang on to baggage.
Yes.
Like, people haven't learned to let go.
Yes.
Older generations,
yes,
they had to let go, not because they wanted to, but because they had to.
Yes.
Because there wasn't time to
let yourself process.
Exactly. So
yes.
they had to like move on, you know?
Yeah.
Let it go, keep going, grinding, and then in their old age, you know, depression would hit or whatever. But it was like one of those things where, and not to say that it's whatever, it's just the way society was moving, it was go, 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 go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And nowadays, like, we had a whole year where we, like, nobody did nothing. Like, we just sat around and thought.
Yeah,
because that's all. That's what we had to do.
I feel like with social media,
and that let me finish. Yes. That year opened up a big can of worms for a lot of people.
Oh yes,
a lot of people fell into depression. A lot of people realized that the relationship they were in was toxic. A lot of people realized that whoever they were with wasn't right. Some people found that their career wasn't the right choice. Some people found that what they were studying wasn't good for them.
Yeah,
and a lot of things happened, right? And there was a lot of burnout as well.
Oh yeah.
Right. So we have, as a society, it's almost like it hit the reset button.
Yeah.
On everything we thought we knew previously.
Yes.
And it's kind of like recalibrated each society, and some people have taken advantage of this like recalibration. Yeah. He who must not be named, you know who he is. He's been banned off like everything now, and he's going on hiatus. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to get involved. Yeah. But we all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, but
yeah. Watch the final message.
Stop, bro. Anyway, but like there are people who have taken advantage of this and like trying to like change the way society sees things.
Yes.
And sure, there are some valid points, not really, but there's also the other side of it where like we've gotten to the point now where we don't value true meaningful relationships.
Yes.
As a society, we used to value that. Yeah. Like the level of trust I had with some people.
Yeah.
Like it's close to the level of trust.
This is what I was going to
let me finish.
Yes.
It's the level close to the trust I have with you.
Yeah.
Like I have that kind of trust with some people.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy?
What?
It's that now, especially your generation, I mean, you guys don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Like you're waiting for someone to stab you around every corner of every minute. Yes. And I'm like, how do people live like this?
Yeah.
Like how do you
some of us grew up. I'm not saying that some of you haven't grown up, so don't feel like a snowflake.
Bro.
But what I was going to get at was, and you see this a lot in social media, and not to call out people or anything like that, but this whole like recording yourself as you cry.
Yeah.
That is probably the most like saddening thing I have witnessed on social media.
Yeah.
People making like purposefully like recording themselves cry and then uploading it, and it opens themselves up to more depression.
Right.
And this is why I think this, and I don't want to get too deep into it because it's gonna make a really dark episode. But
we gotta wrap up soon.
But what I'm getting at is, before we would only go to our friends to express how we feel. Now we're turning to social media to express the emotions we have and get advice from a complete stranger.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And those are the things that are getting views for some weird reason, because like, oh, I hope you're doing better, and then they rely on that value.
Right.
And then when they don't receive that value,
we talked about
personal,
last.
Wait. And when they don't receive that kind of value from their personal relationships, they just continue.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why friendships aren't as strong as they used to be.
Right. Everyone talks about friends, you know, like that level of friendship, wanting that level of friendship.
Like from the TV show.
Yeah, obviously. And people don't understand, that takes time. That takes like a lot of work. Like I have a friend who I haven't talked to him in like a month because my cousin came, and like we game a lot together, and I don't have time. I don't have time. And it's not to say that I'm a bad friend. I'm definitely a bad friend, but we've been friends for over 7 years now. Yeah. And statistically speaking, if you surpass 7 years, y'all gonna be friends for life. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And we have that understanding. Like I'm a busy person, and I do a lot of like stuff, right? Obviously, like I mean, like look at this.
Yeah.
But
I mean, like what social media has allowed
what I'm
is
getting
long
at,
distance social relationships.
What I'm getting at is that as people, we have discovered that. How do I put this? We have, not to say that it's bad to express yourself, but I feel like we've gotten to the point where we're over-expressing.
Yes.
And we're taking things out of proportion.
Yes.
Like, because there are very little things that I can't remember what one was, like a while ago.
Yeah.
I was somewhere and this lady like overreacted.
Yeah.
Because some guy like bumped into her or something. I don't even know what they're exchanging. That's not the point. The point is like she like super overreacted, and the guy looked at her like he was like, "Hey, sorry," like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And he just started walking away, and she just like blew up in his face and made a big scene.
Yeah.
And everyone around her was like, "Yo, lady, like chill, like."
Like, you never say relax to a woman, but like, relax.
Yeah, you know, no, and it's like it's one of those things, right? Where like, why should you never say that?
Yeah.
Like that's just that simple, right? And also like there's also things where like, and mind you, like the manager at this, because we were in the store obviously, and the manager of the store, she like walks over and she's like, "Ma'am, is like he apologized." Like she literally like walked up to her and was like, "He apologized." Yeah, like let it go.
And honestly, like if I've hit on something that you yourself have experienced, I'd like to apologize for pointing that out to you, because I know some of these topics can be somewhat of a form of trigger,
for sure.
I want to say. So I do apologize for the podcast going in that direction. I'm just pointing a few things out that I've observed from my own life. As we all know, it is my right to express my opinion. It is my freedom.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to Canada.
Welcome to Canada.
No, I mean, I was gonna give a disclaimer, but I like how you beat me to it.
Yeah. So I was just pointing out something I've observed.
Yeah.
It can be completely incorrect. You can disagree. That's your own opinion. You have the total right to agree with yourself.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah, agree to disagree. I'm not starting any arguments here or anything like that.
It's just an observation
that we've made based on what we've seen
and what we've lived, you know?
Yeah.
And also, like, mind you, our society is because we live in Canada and we live with a very multicultural society.
Yes.
Our society, every couple of years, I'd say takes a huge shift.
Oh, yeah.
In a different direction. Like, it's all constantly and always evolving, and also trying to be more inclusive simultaneously at the same time, which is kind of challenging to navigate sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
How can I be inclusive without being offensive?
Yeah.
Right. And you see this a lot between religion and secular life.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, of course
right now, because we gotta wrap up.
Yeah. How don't you wrap up?
I'm gonna wrap this up. If you guys want us to talk more about these kinds of serious topics for some weird reason, leave a like in the comments. Not leave a like in the comments. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to click that like button or click a dislike button. I don't care what you do, but share with everybody and everything you possibly can. And check out our socials, because I do things every Tuesdays. My brother does things every Thursdays, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye.